What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we're back with some more content. What did you expect? We're back with some settlement survival, and as of right now, kinda at the point in the game where we're just seeing if we can recover. Don't know if it's gonna happen. To be truthful, a little nervous when this bandit raid hits, but we are going to see if we can boost up our colony. Fertility rate's at 100%, which is a good sign. Happiness and health did drop quite a bit, but we're no longer have these buildings in service that give us our buffs and bonuses. We do have the reduced interval in between immigrant arrival, which I'm hoping that helps a little bit. But we just kind of have to be patient, micromanage as best we can. And we're keeping some laborers available so that if our people die who are currently in jobs, they'll go ahead and get replaced. I was kind of tempted to just tear some of this stuff down and kind of reorganize things, but I'm pretty happy with how things are laid out at the moment. So I don't know if there's really much we're going to change. We have 24 slots in the cemetery left. There's stones everywhere. Tombstones everywhere. It's a shame to see. But we're back up to 128 at the moment. And we're just kind of going to fast forward time to see if we can improve those things. We need to improve that number. Need more kiddos to graduate. Need more kiddos to go to school. And just kind of go from there. Want to make sure our basic buildings are being fulfilled. We have food going. We have textiles going. I thought we had rough clothes going. But we might have lost somebody from that. So let's get another person in there. We have iron tools going. We have some stone and iron going. We should have wood going. Water we're doing great on, but we have some people in the wells. And we have fuel going. That's kind of our main priority right now. All the basics. We also have lamp oil going just so that we can continue working on our mines. And then we have iron tools, not only to give our citizens tools, but also so that we can keep the quarry going. We have some reed just so we can pick up some extra textiles. We had 2 people graduate. But 24 of our people are elders. We're out of coins. Again, I'm not sure exactly what's draining that. We're about to hit 0, so we'll see what happens after we hit 0, if we get any messages that certain things can't be fulfilled anymore. This clinic's not being used, but we have the 2 hospitals going. That's most important. We have a chapel up here going. We're not going to get the most effectiveness out of the range of our buildings because we're kind of scattered around. But it's interesting that people are choosing... Oh, they are the edicts. Oh. Okay. So what we weren't getting because we no longer had edict coins, we were spending silver on. That makes a lot of sense. I was surprised that this was still working though, without somebody as an edict clerk. That makes sense though. Okay, at least we figured out what that problem was. Might as well put a pause on this building. We're not going to be using any edicts. We have this sand pit. This was an extra one that we built. Wasn't it? No, it's not. That's just where we were getting sand from. I don't think we're going to worry about you. We have 11 colonists now. How are we doing on our textiles? Because flax and cotton are both going to be pretty important. Look at some people in here. And then we have 8 laborers. 1 birth occurring is kind of tough. But it's because our population's so low. So even with 100% fertility rate, still gonna take a little bit. We have a merchant ship, but we can't sell anything here. We can only trade. I don't think we're gonna worry about any of that now. Existence time of tombstones. We have to change this. Let's go output of gathering structures for now. The durability would have been nice too, but I don't think we'll have a problem maintaining materials to keep making more tools. Of course. Another plague event. That's so crazy. We do have the hospitals down this time though, so we should be able to maintain it this time. I guess it just matters or depends on how many initial citizens get infected. But with 2 hospitals going, we should be making some special medicine. Do we have somebody in glass bottles still? We do. We're full on glass bottles. And we have 1 person in medicinal powder. Thought we had one of our... Yes, we have our nursery going as well, so we should be able to maintain those. I feel like more of our people are getting older, which is not good. A lot of our buildings are down and out. Is it worth it to repair these buildings? We're gonna want to put a pause on a lot of our later tier things. Tea shop, probably put a pause on you. Wineries. Full on rough clothes. Pause the other advanced tailors in the clothing factories. Pause the furniture maker. Pause the bedding shop. Soap workshop can pause. Bandages, pause. Okay, 136. So we are slowly moving up in number. But places that we're not using, we're just gonna put a pause on for now. Compost plants, cactus workshops, nursery over here. Boiler room we're not gonna worry about for a while. Not gonna make ink or fishing nets anytime soon. Baskets we might get into. Rope. We don't need all of the reed farms active. We already have 1 there. Refined fuel we're probably gonna need to take a break on. We'll pause 3 of the research academies just to kind of organize all of these pop-ups a bit. Building kits will pause. Mint we can pause. The silver mine, the extra coal mine, the jade house. We have somebody in this hunter's hut. Lanterns. We have 1 person making paper, which means we need to switch you over. Because we're not going to get any books made for a while. Theater. Down jackets. Extra medicinal powder. Probably won't make malt anytime soon. Fodder's gonna have to wait. Wouldn't be bad to get one person in compost. We'll probably hold off on that. Police station can get paused. All of the edict disseminations can get paused. Private school. We'll wait on you. Theater and bathhouse. Extra nurseries, we can wait on you. Textile mills. Again, it's not necessary to do all of the pausing, but just to organize a little better. That way we kind of know what we want to prioritize when placing workers back in, because we do have a lot of buildings at the moment. Toolkits, bell towers, hand carts, gears, cut stone, steel tools. We're gonna make iron for a little while. Building kits. We already have one salt works going, so we don't need the rest. Don't need planks at the moment. We already have some water going. Builder's cabin's fine. We'll pause you because we have other builder's cabins that we could put people into. Okay, we're down to 2 laborers. Old people 26. Probably won't get honey anytime soon. Boarding school we'll wait off on. Won't be making any silk. And then I think the farms will just keep how they are. We have a bear. Calm it and send it home. We don't need extra paper. Don't need linen. Baskets and shoes would be nice. But we have 2 of each, so we'll pause 1 of each. Transfer stations we're not going to use at the moment. Okay, perfect. I think that the extent we're going to go on pausing buildings. This extra paper can pause. And then we'll try and focus more on the exclamation points at the moment. Curing workshop. We need somebody in this marketplace. But we're out of workers now. Already. Alright, we need some kiddos to graduate. I don't think we're gonna try and maximize harvest here. Maybe with oats we will, but just to free up some workers. Quarry worker just died. We just had 2 people graduate. But we have such a large stockpile of food. And water. Maybe we try and get some money going for now. I don't want all 3 people in here. Let's just mine some silver. Because we're not using any lamp oil for that anyways. It still has 13% inventory. So we'll start stocking up on that. And then while we wait for more workers, we'll just swap people in between the silver mine and the mint, just so we can build up some silver. Now we know what was draining it. I feel much more confident in getting some more. That way, if we're ever in a pinch, we can go ahead and make our own. Because we're not going to have enough people to trade anytime soon. I am nervous for this bandit camp. I feel like we should probably build some watchtowers. Services. Arrow towers isn't going to use too much of our resources. So if we go here with it. Here with it. We can fit one right here. And let's fit another here. And then once we get the bandit raid to at least try and give us a chance. Demolish the rest of you. Because I don't think I'm going to be using you anytime soon. So we'll get those built, and then once we get the bandit raid, we'll rush people there. So we'll just have to take people off of their jobs. We might go for the upgrade, but we don't want to spend money, and we need money for the salary. That's something that we are going to want to pay attention to, so let's wait for these to get built. The remodel upgrade would be nice to try and maximize that. But we do need some silver. So we have some silver ore already. We've only mined 3 at the moment. But let's get some people in the mint station. 1 silver ore gives us 50 coins. So even if we use all of our silver ore here to make the coins, we should have a decent amount saved up. Shouldn't be spending it on edicts any longer. Alright, turn you guys off. Of course, it was right when the month hit. So we had to pay 25 silver. But we've already made 50. We're down to 2 laborers, 138 citizens, 24 are old. We're getting some children though. We have 30 kids. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Another citizen graduated. We're just gonna leave things alone for the moment until we can stock up on some more laborers. But getting these graduates are nice. 2 more kiddos went into school. We're at 5 laborers. Excellent academic record. We love to see it. Plague has broken out. Are we gonna get hit by it? Or can we finally catch a break? You're already in the hospital, so I'm hoping you'll get cured quickly. Perfect. Already cured. Time for a great harvest. Were there 2 events back to back? We're getting some cotton, getting some flax, decent amount of oats, and some wheat. Might want to focus on tomatoes, but I don't think we have a plantation of tomatoes. So instead of wheat, put you guys in the pumpkin field. Want to stock up on a little bit of everything. We're doing really well on fish. What's doing better? Our fishing pond's doing better. So we'll take you off of fish because we have 18,000. Calm it and send it home. Haven't been able to capture one yet. Not that we really need that. I don't know what taming wild animals does. I don't know what the beasts give us. Because where can we put the beasts again? Agriculture. I don't remember what it is that allows us to put beasts. Corral says it's just horses and donkeys. Is it just the eco pasture? I'm not sure on that. Another plague outbreak. That's a little ridiculous. They keep hitting us with that. Alright, more kiddos are graduating. That's great. We're up to 143. Slowly but surely it's rising. We're not gonna sell you beer. Gonna hold on to what we have. As long as nobody freezes to death, we're okay. Looks like people are making it home in time. We don't have people too far out. As our population continues to grow, it's just gonna kind of be a domino effect. So we just need to get over this initial hump. This is really the most concerning part that we're in. I don't know how much damage that's gonna do if we can't contain it. And I think that's what makes me the most nervous. We could probably afford to put somebody else on a farm. We might just go ahead and get some tomatoes going for next season. We could go ahead and gather plants with our laborers. We just want to make sure that our people aren't busy when the bandits raid. We're up to 664 silver. Made 500 last year, 100 already this year. And we still have 3 laborers to replace. Some of our old citizens are going. Up to 35 children. We're nearly back to 150. How's our mountain warehouse doing? Or our storage center? At 88% with the upgrade. And it looks like a majority of our other warehouses are full. All of them are. What about durable storage yards? We got some room here, but you are very limited on what you can store. Same with you. All of the ones that aren't limited are full. We might need to think about getting another storage center. How expensive is that gonna be? Building kit, planks, and steel. I mean, we can afford it. We wanted to place this down. Kinda want it to be in a central area. Maybe up here? It does fit nicely here if we were to move this school. Those books aren't the greatest. So maybe... What do our other schools have? You need to be rebuilt. You're being used. You're being used. Mechanical principles and maximum warmth. Go ahead and get somebody in there. Take you out. And let's destroy you. Just had a bunch of people graduate, which is great news. We're at 22 old people. We need that number to decrease. It is helpful to have them as citizens, but obviously a higher ratio of fertile citizens means we'll get more citizens more quickly. It's about a year away from the Bandit raid. We'll have to see how that goes. We're about to get some immigrants, which is nice. That'll give us some extra laborers to work with. Of course, we'll get hit with the plague again before the Bandit raid, but it seems like we can contain that fairly decently, at least with our current population. I think 2 hospitals is enough. So we wait for these guys to come in, keep making some more money so that we can afford the upkeep when we have to put them in. Paper and ink. Ink is still at 1500. How's our paper doing? 4000. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get an upgrade with 1 on each side. I did not want a worker. Want to increase your available workers. Now, these guys don't do a lot of damage. But I don't think it'd be wise to try and train troops. Like, we need the workers. You're getting cured of your tracheitis. I'm assuming... What's your job? A smelter. Ah, you're the one making our glass bottles for us. Which we are going through sand and refined fuel. We have plenty of each though, so we're not going to worry about making more quite yet. Immigrants should be coming into view shortly. I'm hoping we get 13 of them. At least. Gives us 20 laborers to work with, and then we can start putting people in other jobs. We'll just have to kind of decide where we want to put them. Administrator office. All citizen stress -10. Just in case our population starts to exceed. And then we need to replace you. Existence time of tombstone really isn't a huge deal, but we'll get it. How's our technology points doing? We have 3 available. Why are you guys going to the furthest point on the map? You guys stopping at the storage yard makes tons of sense. It is 13 of them, so we have 22 people to work with. All of our pastures are doing okay. Let's get some more medicinal powder going, I think. Make sure we maintain that. That's starting to fall a little bit. Get some more people on paper. Reed's doing okay. All of our textiles are doing okay. We're gonna need shoes and baskets here soon, so let's get that started. And then we'll put an extra person on Reed. think everything else is okay at the moment, so maybe it is worth to try and get some troops. I'm just worried about spending money. Let's try and get 2 people going. But we'll max you out at 1 for now. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to get those trained. So it might be best just to do 1 of each. Try and get 4 people trained real quick, and then see if we can afford doing a second. Which means we're probably gonna need some more money here. And we'll put 1 person in the silver mine. And that's gonna be what we focus right now. We got 8 laborers, and we just used 4, so we need at least 4 more for a formation. Yeah, I don't think they'll get trained in time. We're at 168, only 20 elders. 7 bursts last season, that helps a bunch. As long as we're maintaining with the schools. Okay. 2 of our schools are broken down, so if we're gonna need more of that, we're gonna have to repair them. How are these guys doing? Some of them are nearly halfway there. I don't think that's enough time though. So we're gonna have to see what our watchtowers can do. We might go for archers if we can get one. Let's confirm you guys at 2. We'll do it for each. That way we can at least have a formation ready to go. 8 more bursts last season, that's great. They're at 72% with about 5 months to go. I don't think it's gonna happen. And with like a month left is when we're gonna have to start filling these towers. Which means we'll probably take people off of the farms for now. We got a harvest at least. That gives us 14 people to work with. So even if we do have the next round of reservists go in and start training, we should have enough to fill up the towers. I don't think we have enough time to get a formation. Because not only do we have to wait for these guys to train, we have to... Gears or soybeans? I mean, extra money would be nice. We're not really using the gears right now. But soybeans we have plenty of. Let's do gears. Get an extra 800 silver. The problem is if these guys make it, they're gonna steal it all anyways. But there's not much for them to steal. I'm mainly worried about them killing our citizens as they march through our towns. How come every time we get the plague, it says it's time for a great harvest? That's gotta be a bug. But it doesn't look like anybody got infected with anything, which is a good sign. People are still just dying from old age. feel like I've been pretty quiet these last 2 episodes, but I don't know if there's much to talk about. Everything's kind of at a stopping point. We're just kind of playing the waiting game to see if it's even possible to reestablish ourselves. So, I apologize. Hopefully we don't get something too nasty. I wish this would go down. As your town develops, the climate will become more severe. I don't know if development is directly correlated to population, or if it's research. I don't know what counts as town development. But I was hoping that that would go down since our population's so low. Pretty humid. Wind is going crazy. Wind definitely needs to drop before our natural disaster, because tornado is something we don't want to deal with. An earthquake I wouldn't be too upset about, because all the broken houses, like, they can just move into the nicer houses. You need repaired. You should still have repairmen working. But there's a few things that need repaired. You're doing construction work. You're doing construction work. So you guys are working on it. Population's at 185. So slowly going up. I need to pause you because we need to get all of our workers in here. As many as possible into the towers. Sadly, if somebody dies, we're not going to have anybody to replace them. So I think what we can do is take people out of the fishing. I freeze up 2 more slots to fill our towers. You're done training, but you guys still have a little bit, so we're not going to get a formation. Let's take a break from rough clothes just to have that extra worker. And we'll see what happens, y'all. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. Let's see if we can actually hold off the bandits and stabilize. It says people are working. We have people in the towers. Please don't go on a rest. Please. We're using 300 silver per month. We've already successfully paid the combatants once. Ouch. Ouch. The bandits themselves took out our tower. I don't know how this is gonna work out, y'all. We're not even gonna take out one full formation with both of our towers over here. That's tough. These guys are gonna get free reign. We're probably... yeah, I don't think we can beat back these formations. You're literally walking on water. That's crazy to me. We're about to lose both reservists that we just trained up. You're not getting attacked at the moment, but... yeah, they're about to run rampage through our town. Let's see, we're at 183. We just lost 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're losing a lot. We've lost 10. Just take our money and leave. Take our money and get out of here, please. Each formation is going to take money. You're joking. You bastards. Get out of here. Dude, you walking on water is literally ridiculous. Somehow somebody died right here. You guys are literally walking out of range from my tower. Like, there's nothing we can really do about that. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Our plan did not work. We lost about 40 citizens from that. Okay. Okay. Feel like we lost a lot of students too, which sucks. We need to make sure we're still making all this stuff, which we are. We have nobody left in the quarry. You need to get repaired. We lost one of our repairmen. Still making special medicine. We got people working in all of the pastures still. Doctors are working. Got one of the chapels working. And we can't really afford to train up more troops at the moment. Not gonna trade beer. Okay. Well, we still didn't backtrack to the point where we started. So we've still made progress despite losing 20 more citizens. I mean, some of our buildings being destroyed sucks. I just don't know if it would be better for me to destroy everything. Like, demolish everything over here. And just kind of restart, but we want to be mindful of... Like, we might just start from scratch here. We don't want to destroy our warehouses. Anything that has storage, we want to hold on to. I think everything over here can go ahead and go for now. Demolish these houses. Demolish all that stuff. Start clearing up this area again. Go ahead and demolish all of this. Demolish that. We need to keep our military buildings. But I think I'd rather focus more around this area and our production area. Don't want to destroy this because this is a lot of our luxurious housing. And we already have the shockwave floors underneath in case this is an earthquake. But at least this corner I'm kind of just going to reset on. That way we don't really have to worry about these buildings and putting new workers in them. This reservoir, you can honestly go. Watchtower, you didn't do much for us. But I'm hoping this also makes it easier to defend. I feel like we need watchtowers in here, and we need a ton of them. If we're even gonna stand a chance. We have 7 years. 153 citizens. 5 bursts last season. Just a lot of them are kids. But if we can make some room for a school, which I think we're going to rebuild this school here. We're out of people. Let's take somebody off the Hunter's Hut just to free up that labor. Hunter's Hut's not going to be as important as some of the other buildings. The throat's getting itchy, y'all. I hope I'm not getting sick. That'd be horrible. We can just go ahead and demolish you. Spear camp and shield camp we don't want to get rid of. Probably do want to repair the barracks. We just need 2 more people to get a troop formation. Silkworm shed, you can go. You can be demolished. You can be demolished. Hunter's hut, might as well demolish you. It'd probably be better to get people working in here instead. We are going to lose some of our upgrades. But what can you do? Let's take you out of here. Put you in here. We'll destroy this one for now. Destroy the silk building. Destroy this. Probably be a while before we make more ink. We don't need the extra knitting workshop. Can you guys stop fighting? Knock it off. Let's destroy this hunter's cabin. We don't need both herbalist hut. We don't need these apiaries. It's nighttime again. I don't think I'm gonna keep both of these nurseries. Don't need all of the smelters. Now maybe this is a little counterproductive, destroying everything. But I would like to go ahead and get my mountain ware, or I keep calling it that, our storage center, and get that in here. You line up nicely if we put you here. Let's do that. That way we can get a bunch of storage in the center of our production area. And then we'll start reorganizing this stuff. We just need to make sure that when we are destroying all this, we have a place to put all the materials. Kind of our main priority. Houston, be nice to Enzo. Alrighty, 156 population. Now we see if we get hit with a natural disaster, which hopefully we don't. Stop fighting him back there. You're lucky I don't have the spray bottle around. These cats bad, I'm telling you. Bad kitties. Always be trying to fight each other. For what? For what reason? None at all. None at all. And then they both cry. They'll be starting the fight, but then when they get beat up, they cry. Like, why are you gonna start a fight that you're not gonna win? Because we have a big cat. He's a little chunkers. We have like an average sized cat. And then we have a small cat. And they all just sometimes go at each other. I don't know what happens. I don't know if they just get an adrenaline rush. They are younger cats. They're all pretty young. The oldest might be turning 2 soon. But they're all between 1 and 2 years old. So I don't know what their problem is, but they need to chill out. That's what they need to do. You hear me? Chill out. We're being bad. False alarm, which is great news. 158 citizens. We might need to prioritize another school here. Because once we hit 40, we have plenty of kiddos that are going to be needing to go to school. So after we finish building this, we'll probably prioritize building this back up. And go from there and see what we need to do. Quit being bad, Houston. Quit. Be nice to your brother. Alright. Yeah, I want our people to live in the luxury houses, but I feel like that's kind of far from everything that we're putting workers into. And stuff's pretty spread out at the moment. But I don't want to start... Like, I don't want to sacrifice the milk. How are we doing on simple food? We're basically out of it. So we're not keeping up with it, even though we should be getting salted fish. Maybe we just put a pause on the simple foods. And the problem is we have to build another pasture, which to build an eco pasture we need planks and rope. Now Enzo wants to fight with Maverick. Poor Mav, he was just chilling. He was just laying down. He didn't deserve that. He was just trying to enjoy his day. You guys are all getting sprayed with the bottle as soon as I'm done with this recording. You guys got about 10 minutes. You hear me? 10 minutes. Then you guys are done for. Okay, this warehouse is done. I don't want to lose out on the cattle. Now, if our cattle doesn't die, let me just test something. If we lose the cattle, it is what it is. But if we demolish these, do we still hold on to the animal? They don't die off from the plague. So if we demolish both of those eco pastures, do we hold on to the cattle? We need to prioritize this. Because we are maxed out on students. And we don't want that to be the case. We want our kiddos to get educated. We got another set of immigrants coming in. Let's just go ahead and destroy our elite buildings for right now. But we do need to rebuild these. Cut stone, steel. What about this one? What do you use? We gotta demolish you first. To see what you're gonna take. Alright, school's about to get finished. Immigrants in about a year and a half. Hey, it looks like just one kiddo needed to go to school. We're still looking okay there. We got 7 people ready to go for work. So let's just put them in the builder's cabin for now. That way we can get more of these buildings demolished. These houses that are already broken. It's interesting that some instant demolish, but others do not. We'll keep this watchtower just for now, even though they weren't a huge help. We can destroy the academy, destroy the boarding school. We want to keep some houses in here because we have the school here. So that way the students don't have far to go to continue their education. We don't need both senior housing. We'll keep you. We'll keep you. We'll keep you. Don't need to rush that off quite yet. We'll probably... Still doing okay on inventory. Like, if we destroy this, they'll just take all of this inventory somewhere else, right? Because that's kind of what we want. Alright, we're back up to 2,400 silver. How are we doing on ore? We are starting to run low. We haven't gathered so much. After a spring rain, the sky cleared and a beautiful rainbow appeared. The temperature has warmed up a lot under the sunshine. Perhaps we can pray that this year will be a warm year. Sure, let's pray. The sunlight coming in from among the leaves seemed warmer. Okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. Special medicine. We can get rid of our pottery building. Get rid of our soap workshop. Get rid of this bathhouse. This warehouse can still be upgraded. Furniture factory, you can go. Extra winery. Bedding, you can go. We don't have a doctor in here anymore, so let's get someone back there. Don't think we'll be getting lanterns anytime soon. We'll keep up with the special medicine. This extra winery can go. Put somebody back in the hunter's hut. Do we still have access to cattle? Or did we lose them? We did not lose them. So we should be able to get another pasture. And then get those guys back. Destroy the mill. We lost somebody in reed production, but we should have plenty of that. Yeah, I'm not worried. Paper's running a bit low. Paper doesn't even use reed, but we are using reed for our baskets and shoes. We want to make sure we're keeping up with that. This extra reservoir over here can go. Extra reed farm can go. Get rid of the fishing port. Pool will keep. This extra reed farm can go. Keep that textile mill for now. How are we doing on cotton and flax? We're doing pretty decent. Merchant ship arrived. We don't need 2 refined fuel factories. Don't need to be making toolkits or gears. Don't need 2 cut stones. Don't need the bell towers. At least, if anything, we get to reorganize, y'all. We get to reorganize. We're almost up to needing another school. Kinda crazy to me. Kinda feel like we should go for the private schools. So let's go ahead and rebuild this. This is getting rebuilt. It used planks and cut stone. Planks are still doing okay, and so is cut stone, so I'm not worried about using those. I am worried about wasting these reservists, though, because they're just going to keep going up in age. This guy's 58. So I don't want to just waste money and then have, like, the citizens die anyways after we've already spent money on them. But we get to clean up our colony. We've been wanting to do this forever anyways, so I guess this is just how it worked out. We'll get rid of that advanced tailor. Get rid of the bookshop. Let's get rid of this paper shop. We have an extra one here. Although we might end up moving this one. We don't need 4 people in here. But let's get rid of this one. Bathhouse and theater, you guys can go. We'll probably keep this area the same. We won't change much over here. Houston, stop. Why are you crying? Okay, fine. You can come say hi to everybody, I guess. What other advanced buildings can we get rid of for the time being? Are we using rope for anything? I don't think so. Get rid of you. We'll get rid of this fishing dock because we have 2 and one of them... Ow. One of them is by the fishing point. Sand pit. How are we doing on clay? We've been collecting you for a while. We can go ahead and destroy this building. Don't need all of the salt works right now. 1 reservoir should be plenty for the moment. I think we'll get rid of this and get rid of the durable storage yard. Trading caravan, I would like to move you. So let's get you going somewhere else. We'll get rid of this other mint for now. Not going to be making building kits anytime soon. Or hand carts. We'll get rid of this steel. Because I've been wanting to redo this area for a while as well. We need to rebuild this pasture. And some of our stuff still needs repaired. But that's another reason why we're getting rid of a lot of this stuff. If we get this private school going... But the problem is I kind of want to keep a majority of our citizens right here for now. But also around the farms. Calm it and send it home. Still no luck there. 178 population. This is about to get done because our schools are full once again. Which is great news. That means we should get a huge influx of laborers at the same time because they're all going to graduate in a similar time. So it won't be long. It won't be long before we're back on our feet. We just gotta keep, gotta figure out what we're gonna do about the damn bandit camp. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. But if we get a bunch of laborers around the same time, we might be able to train some troops quickly. Only problem is we're not really gonna get any elites. At least they'll have the weapon upgrades though. We should have plenty of leftover weapons. So, looking good there. Temperature increased by 9 degrees Fahrenheit and will last a year. So we shouldn't have as much of a freezing problem. But before we go any further on our road to recovery, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.